Okay, Scorpio, I've checked out the cards and let's get into it. Okay, so underlying energy, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. And I'm going to kind of read these together. Okay, so the clarifier is the Nine of Cups. So what I'm getting out of these cards is that, okay, so Nine of Cups, it's the clarifier, and it's about, being happy and content and good with life and your relationships and emotions and all this stuff. When the Three of Cups is coming in reverse, this is sort of the main part of the underlying energy, is that you need to get out more. It's like you need to enjoy life. You need to, you just need to have some fun. You need to get out there. I think you have a lot going on. There's a lot of change and there's a lot of resistance. And the underlying energy is make sure you start enjoying some stuff. This is very important for January, and we'll touch on more of that after. When I look at the foundation of the reading, we have the Hermit in reverse. And what this is telling me is that you are coming out of hermit mode. So you've probably been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating. Maybe that's why you haven't been getting out and having fun. So there's been a lot of soul searching going on, which is not a bad thing at all, but you're coming out of that energy. And with the Knight of Cups, kind of makes sense, because in reverse, it's saying you need to get moving. So that's a good thing. You're coming out of this and you're getting ready to get moving. So that's the foundation, is you kind of coming out of your hermit mode. And that also means going out and having some fun. Okay. So the overall situation of the reading is with the Four of Wands in reverse. And Four of Wands is like, it's like soulmate card. It's happy life, it's sunshine and roses, everything is wonderful. And even in the reverse position, it still means all of that. It just means you need to make sure you appreciate that. So like the underlying energy, we had this Nine of Cups, right? Which speaks to the same thing. Make sure you're recognizing the good that you do have, because that's very important. Our clarifiers, we have the Seven of Coins and we have the King of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting out of this is that, okay, you have like this lovely happy life and everything's all good. With the Seven of Pentacles, you're looking at, see, look at this little cheeky boo. She grew some coins in her little shrub there, so she's getting ready to pick them. So it's reaping the rewards, basically. But with the King of Swords in reverse, it's saying, be smart about what you're doing. So when you have these resources or whatever it is that you're cultivating, be smart with them, right? It's just kind of a little bit of that underlying energy in that situation. When we look at the past, we have the Death card in reverse. And to me, this is talking about you resisting change. Something either was changing or needed to change and you were digging your heels in. You were digging your heels in. And the odd part about it is we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Cups. So Queen of Pentacles, that's all about stability and security, usually from a financial perspective. And the Ace of Cups is about offers or new beginnings, usually around relationships, emotion, whatnot. So there was this change that was coming about relating to like new beginnings and your stability and everything. And it was a change that you didn't want to happen. I'm not getting that it was a bad change, but it was a change and you wanted no part of it. You dug your heels in. You dug them in. And when we come into the present, we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And this talks about not being focused. And I think, well, let's come over here for a second. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles upright. So what I'm getting is, okay, so this dude, this page, he's not focused. He just like, it's almost like you want nothing to do with what's going on. And on the other hand, This Knight of Pentacles is the energy is like, okay, you may not want or like this, but you got to step up is what it is. And I think it's stemming from this change that happened or is happening, and you've just got to suck it up is the energy that I'm getting from this. This is what's going on with you right now. So when we come into the future, what we have is the World reversed. And this is about, what I'm getting for this reading is it's inactivity. And along with this as a clarifier is the Nine of Swords, which is the worry card. The shit keeping you up at night. So you're not taking action and you're all worried about crap. And I think it's more resistance to what you need to do right now. So I don't know what the situation is or why what's going on is going on. Only you will know the answer to that question. When we look at what's going on in your head, we have the Devil. And the Devil, I'm picking up that you're feeling like you're stuck. And along with that, we have the Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles. So you feel like you're stuck. And to me, this card, I call it the Hoarder card. So you're clutching everything to you. You're hanging on to everything. You won't let anything go. So this is what's going on with you. You're like, oh my God, I can't let go of this. Maybe it's around this stability and security and, you know, your nice pentacles and all this stuff and your new beginnings. It's almost like you're afraid to let go. Yet at the same time, you're feeling like you're stuck. And I think you're stuck because you're not letting go. So, interesting thing, external forces. What I'm getting here is this is how people see you in the situation. So I'm going to read these together. So we have the Star, which is about dreams coming true and wish fulfillment, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, which is about stability, security, finances, wealth, and it's all good. So this is like you have a dream life. People are looking at you going, this person has it all. He or she, they're like, oh my God, they have everything. Yet here you are feeling stuck, like you can't move or you can't go anywhere, and you're clutching everything to you. Are you worried about losing stuff, right? Well, I'll tell you. We're going to talk about your hopes and fears. So, Ace of Swords in reverse. Actually, I'll read these together too. So we have Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to read these a little bit backwards. So Eight of Pentacles is our clarifier, and it's around hard work. It's about getting the job done, and you're getting towards the end of your goal. So where did little 7 go? Okay. So see here, back here, as part of the situation, we have little Chicky Boo who's growing her little pentacles and she's ready to pick them, right? Well, this Chicky Boo, she's a little welder, she's making her coins, and she knows the end is coming. She knows that the rewards are coming. And so you want that, what's the word I'm looking for? That, like that prosperity, that success, right? The victory of, yes, I did all this, I got it done. But the Ace of Swords, there's a little worry there around this situation that you want to make sure that truths and clarity are coming in. And we'll talk about this in a second. You're worried that you're not seeing the full picture, or something is being held from you. Yeah, and you know what, we'll just go into the potential outcome, because this might clarify a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So your hope was this Eight of Pentacles upright, and here it's come in the reverse. So, and I'm going to read these all together too. Okay, so and I'm going to put these like this. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Moon. Okay, so what I'm getting is, yeah, this whole Eight of Pentacles, this work you're doing and everything, it's coming to fruition, or it's moving forward. Moving forward with this Knight of Swords, that's that total energy. So things are moving forward, but with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's about being impatient, and it's about making decisions, like rash decisions, like you're not thinking it through. Knight of Swords, this is about truth, but it's about intellect. And so you really have to think about what you're doing, because we also have the Moon card, which is about clarity, and it's about things not being clear. So like this Ace of Swords, right over here, like in hopes and fears, like you're worried that you're not gonna see everything or get all the information you need. I have a feeling there's a danger of that here. And if you're impatient and you just push forward, something is like, there's some information you're missing, and I think there's a danger of things going sideways. That's not a given or a guarantee, but that's kind of what the cards are speaking to. So this is just stuff to be mindful of. So that's the tarot part of the reading. And I know this is kind of crazy, but there is a lot of good here. Like when, like I said, people look at you and go, oh my God, this person they have everything. This is awesome. But you've got this worry and this feeling of being stuck. So I don't know what's driving that. I'm not picking that up from the reading, so you'll know what that means. What I will say about this is, and I try to reiterate this, especially if it's not like a sunshine and roses kind of reading, I'll say what I'm reading is the energy, current energy that I'm picking up on. And energy is fluid, it morphs, it changes. So if there's something in here you aren't thrilled about or you don't like, you probably have the power to change it. External forces and stuff, that's a little bit different. But even with that, if you change what's happening now, external forces may also change. I mean, I know this is people's perception, but sometimes it's stuff that's coming towards you. So anyway, I hope this helps. It's not a bad reading. It's just, there's a lot going on, a lot to think about, and a lot to be cognizant of. At the end of the day, I am also going to say, be grateful for what you have. Like this Four of Wands in reverse, your Star card, your Ten of Pentacles. There is some good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff here. So don't forget that. Okay. So, just for fun, because you know I do this, that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to hide the devil. Go away. There. What else we got? Worry, Moon card, go away. Okay, we got, what do we got? Oh, there we go. Ten of Pentacles, we like that one. Knight of Pentacles, we like him too. Worry, like it, goodbye. The World, we like that. Ace Cup, that's an offer coming in. Queen of Pentacles, she kicks ass. Keeping her. Knight of Cups, that's all good. And Four of Wands, yeah, we like that too, because you know what? It's all good. It's all good stuff. Yay! So we're going to put it all together, because this is what I do. And we're going to say Four of Wands. There's your reading. Oh, shit. I'm such a goof. Okay. Let's pull some oracle cards. Spirit, see what else we got. See if we got some good positive messages, right? Because who doesn't want those? But yeah, overall, I don't think this was a bad reading. It was just, there's just some, what's the word I want to use? Not heavy, but not even intense. There's just some stuff going on. That's all. Just stuff. It's just stuff, Scorpio. At the end of the day, it's just stuff. So let's see what we got. Okay, Queen of Heaven. The Queen of Heaven, the Divine Empress of the Skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now, as a man or a woman. You have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. I like that. That's a really nice card. I'm not seeing it pull into the reading per se. You might see it do that, but that's just a good message overall. I'm liking it. Spirit. Let's see what other messages we got for my Scorpio friends. So I'm thinking of changing up my readings, actually, a little bit. Changing up my decks in February. I'm going to be using, well, Oracle decks, definitely I'm going to change around. I know this one that I'm shuffling right now, I love it so much, but I got some new decks, and there's some other ones that I pulled out that I'm like, yeah, this one would be fun to use too. And I'm also thinking I'm going to cut back the amount of oracle cards that I pull. I might just do 2 instead of 3. We'll see how I feel about that. Okay, so we have card 34. Where's my little book? 34. Let's see the message in this one, because I love the messages in this. Reflections. There is great beauty in all of our life experiences. Although you feel sad and down at times, Spirit is reminding you that this is what can facilitate your greatest growth and evolution, both as a soul and as a human being. You are truly being watched over at this time. Don't fear the darkness within. Remember, without the darkness, there can be no light. This is the time for quiet reflection and inner exploration. Through it, you will discover your light and know what needs to be changed so that you may live a more authentic life. And that's interesting because I was talking about, we had that Hermit card, right? And the foundation. And so that's it. That's your reflection and inner exploration. And you've done that and you're coming out of that. Also talks about, what is it? When things are rough, right? Sometimes that facilitates your greatest growth. So where we had the Death card, which was like that resistance to change, I feel a connection to that with this message here. Like, you're going to get growth out of that, even though you may not have, you're digging in your heels in or whatever. Sometimes through those experiences, good stuff and good learnings come out of it. Now, it's not always positive. It's not always sunshine and roses, but that's life. Spirit. It's not so much what happens to you that's important. It's what you do with it. It's your reaction. It's how you react, right? And you get to choose that. You get to choose how you feel. A little bit. If your feelings are crappy, well, turn them around. Positive thoughts produce positive results. I've said that in the last 3 readings. Isn't that funny? I guess that's a message that a lot of us need to hear right now. Right? Me included. I go through my own shitty shit too, We all do. All right, last message. This has come up for so many people. Pleasure. My life is deliciously joyous. So, yeah, you know what? It's a message of make sure you have time for little pleasures in life, or opulence. Go for it. You want to spoil yourself? Have at her. Just make sure you take time for yourself. And another thing I've been talking about a lot in the readings is self-care, which is part of pleasures in life, right? Make sure you take care of yourself. Always. That's always important.